This is a short little flight. It was a crosswind. It was blowing about 9, and it was late in the evening. I was hoping it would calm down a little bit, but the winds continued. It was about 55 degrees, so it was pretty cold. So here I am taking off. It's coming from left to right, so moving the plane over to a little bit to the left-hand side. I have to get over that direction anyway, and flying into the wind stabilizes. It was actually pretty stable. It wasn't a bad wind. It was just a crosswind off of our field. So here I am gaining altitude. We're flying about 300 feet in about 225 AGL at ground level. So the G8 airplanes are flying about 500-600 feet. So I'm just going to go over at the runway, fly over it, making that left-hand turn. And I was surprised I was gaining altitude. I was cutting down on the throttle and still gaining some altitude, which usually right there you don't, but it's always good to see what's going on with the winds. And I'm going to be making left-hand turn. Now, when I'm going to be landing, and I'll show you this in the landings, I'll fly over the runway, then fly back to it, stabilize the plane, and then kick with the right rudder, and we'll drop in. But in this case, I'm just flying over the ultralight runway. Next door on the right-hand side is the regular runway, but we're just using the ultralight strip. And so here I come. Okay, so I'm coming in to land, making that left-hand turn, and cutting back on throttle, stick forward a little bit. And I'm going to first shoot the runway. There we go. Let's see. So over the runway, I'm going to overshoot it, point it directly into the wind pretty much, grab into it, stabilize this plane real well. About right here, I'm going to kick it over. There we go. Stabilize it a little bit, or get it over to the right-hand side and drop it in. Now, usually I would do a touch and go at this point, but I was pretty far down the runway and decided just to go around and take off again. I don't know if you can see on the left-hand side. Let's see. We'll pass over and I'll show you. We had quite a bit of damage on the hangars as far as the winds have just been horrific. So they've been ripping apart those hangars, and we have members of the field, Ventura County Ultralight Association, helping out and fixing up the hangars, which is great. So as you see on the flag, it's pretty much blowing into the crosswind, and here I am. Now, on this takeoff, I'm going to be kind of pointing towards the wind, so I'll get down there. I'm on the right-hand side, and full throttle, get some airspeed going. We got person. I'm going to take a look at gopher holes. Here we go. And up and around. And stabilize this pretty well because you're flying into the wind. Make that kind of left-hand turn. I've been making a lot of left-hand turns, so I think I'll probably circle one more time and I'll cut to it. And I'll make a right-hand turn, come into land. So, okay, splice into that. Coming over here. Usually we're all making left-hand turns. I always like to make a right-hand turn every once in a while. And bounce around a little bit, but not too bad. It was actually pretty nice. It was pretty cold up there. It was 55, which is cold in Southern California anyway. We're close by the beach, so we always get the beach winds coming in. Usually by the evening, the winds are calming down quite a bit, but in this case, they pretty much stayed consistent all through the day, between 7 to about 10. And I checked the weather report, and it was blowing 9 south-southwest. And we're flying. Okay, here we go, making that right-hand turn, kind of getting blown towards the field where they have these cages. I think that they're growing berries or something in them. They seem to be at the scourge of the field right now. That's so good for us. You definitely don't want to have anything to do with those things if you have an engine out. So I usually don't fly over them. I got blown into them a little bit. Whip around. Yep. Got plenty places to land. I'm close by the field anyway. And I'm just kind of pulling a little bit over to the right so I make that left-hand turn. And again, that the wind's kind of blowing me over to the left. So crabbing to the right, start making a turn here. Pull back the throttle a little bit. We try to fly at 40, 40, 40. We take off about 40. We fly at 40, we land at 40. Now I'm going to overshoot the runway and fly back into it. There we go, flying back into it. This one, I don't start making the right-hand turn quite soon enough. So I'm a little bit no man's land. Okay, so I should be kicking to the right, and I'm going to give it a little bit of throttle, get it back into the center, and then just land the plane. And it's pretty cold up there anyway, so I decided just call it a day and just wait for a better day to go fly. So springtime, you never quite know, but yeah, here's the guys working on a hangar. And we're always building hangars and expanding the field. So thanks for watching, and hopefully in the spring I'll have some more stuff coming your way. Thanks a lot.